Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar on thermal imaging system, its basics and various applications. First of all, a small briefing about our company. We are a part of Pyrotech Group, which was founded in year 1976. We have three divisions: panel division, electronic division, temperature division. Panel division is taken care by Pyrotech Electronics Private Limited, Unit 2 and 4. Electronics division is taken care by Pyrotech Electronics Private Limited, Unit 1 and 3. And temperature division, Tempsens Instrument Private Limited, Unit 1, 2 and 4. Marathon Heaters Private Limited, basically taking care of various furnaces and heaters. Accurate Sensing Technologies Private Limited, taking care of manufacturing of pyrometers. Accurate Optoelectronics Private Limited, Tempsens Germany and Tempsens Asia. So this is Tempsens, who we are. Basically our core is performance, and our products and services will help our customers to fulfill and even exceed their productivity and performance expectations. What we are a close partner having long-term relationship with customers, employees, shareholders and vendors. What we do, we provide solutions in the field of thermal and cables, offering industry leading innovative solutions. Now coming to the topic of the day, what is thermal image? If you can see the image of a person that is shown here, it is clearly visible like what a thermal and a digital image is. Thermal imaging is a method of using infrared radiation and thermal energy to gather information about object to formulate an image of the object to understand how hot or cold an object is. This is a passive technique, works in daytime and nighttime. Now basics about thermography is that it is primarily based on infrared radiation emitted by the object. So what is an infrared radiation? Infrared radiation is a part of electromagnetic spectrum. The human eye cannot see it but can detect it as a heat. In the infrared spectrum, all the objects radiate some form of thermal radiation. These type of radiations are invisible to our eyes, that can only be detected by using different kind of infrared sensors. This is basically a graph between spectral intensity of infrared radiation and its wavelength with respect to the increasing temperature. If you can see that as the temperature increases, the infrared radiation's intensity increases and its wavelength drops. Properties of surfaces. Basically there are three kinds of properties in any object. If an incident radiation is on the object, then it will reflect some part of it, it absorb and it will transmit, and the absorbed infrared radiation is equal to emission. Now based on this technology, we have two kinds of product in our product basket: infrared pyrometers for spot temperature measurement, thermal imaging for thermal profiling. We have industrial grade thermal imagers also, then in defense like night vision devices also, and for surveillance, for the entire surveillance for fire safety in forest areas also, we have this kind of products in our product range. What is a thermal camera? Thermal camera are the devices that translate thermal energy to visible image. When they convert the thermal energy into an image, then exactly we are able to identify the hot spot or a cold spot on the object. Thermal cameras detect temperature by recognizing and capturing different levels of infrared light emitted by the object. Now, how does the thermal camera work? So, thermal cameras have a lens which have a certain field of view. The property of the lens is to collect the infrared radiation emitted by the object onto a IR detector sensor. Then sensor detects the temperature or the infrared radiation, then convert each array of pixel into an electronic signal. The processor converts the signal to different color map at different temperature value algorithm, and at last on the display of the camera you are able to see the thermal image and identify the hot spot and cold spot and a particular spot that you want to measure. Why thermal camera is important? Basically, thermal cameras are a predictive maintenance tool that predict failure before it completely turns into a catastrophic failure and the machine stops working and breaks down. So thermal cameras let people see what their eyes can't: invisible heat radiation emitted or reflected by all objects regardless of lighting conditions. It plays a vital role in predicting and preventive maintenance. If you use thermal cameras in your plant, then there is a reduced risk of product loss and damage of plant equipments. It can perform in low light scenarios. Complete detailed analysis can be performed on the software. Critical asset monitoring system. It can be used in several applications like industrial, medical, defense and safety and security applications. Now coming to the product range that we have in our basket, we have two kinds of products in our basket, that is online thermal imager, which is fixed kind, and portable. So first of all, we will be covering some detailed specifications of online thermal imagers. The first product is most economic thermal camera. It can be used as a replacement of 4-spot pyrometers. Thermcam 80. It has a resolution of 80 into 80 pixel. It has a temperature of -20 to 120 degrees Celsius and 100 to 1000 degrees Celsius. Lens option is 27.5 degree into 27.5. Its field of view vertical and horizontal both. Output Ethernet, built-in 4 to 20 milliampere and relay outputs. Working distance preferably under 10 meters for better spot size. Then wide range of applications covering motor inspection, electrical panel monitoring, cold shell monitoring and other high temperature areas, fire detection, small furnaces and chambers, and any other application with low resolution requirements. Now medium resolution long wave infrared thermal camera, Thermcam 160, resolution 160 into 120 pixel, temperature range -20 to 1000 degrees Celsius. Lens option 28 into 28 degree, both horizontal and vertical. Output Ethernet, built-in 4 to 20 milliampere and relay output. Working distance 30 to 45 meter. Applications quality management, process automation and control, research and development, traffic control, inspection of electrical equipment, early fire detection in building and forest and cities. Sorry. Now the next model, that is Thermcam 384. Thermcam 384 has a resolution of 384 into 288 pixels and a temperature range up to 1500 degrees Celsius, and it has a very wide range of lens options available with it, starting from 28 degree, 24 degree, 19 degree, 7.5, 5, 3.7. So narrow field of view is also available with this camera. Output Ethernet 4 to 20 milliampere and relay output using input output module. Working distance as per lens used, preferably under 30 to 45 meters. Applications wide industrial process inspection, R&D, ladle monitoring, slag detection and other similar applications. Fire detection, any other application with medium resolution requirement. Now the highest resolution which is 640 into 480 pixels, temperature range up to -20 to 1500 degrees Celsius. Lens options that we have is 32 degree into 24.2 degree, 12 degree, 8.3, 6.2. Output Ethernet 4 to 20 milliampere relay output. And applications: industrial process inspection, quality management, research and development, lateral monitoring, fire detection, and any other applications with high resolution requirements for the customer. Now this is our high resolution ultra compact infrared camera for non-contact temperature measurement. It has the highest temperature range up to 1800 degrees Celsius, and lens options 32, 51 and 83 wide angle lenses are also available. Protection IP54, and applications are like very critical applications: burner flame monitoring, cement kiln and cooler, boiler and furnaces. Now we are coming to the other product range that we have, that is portable thermal cameras. This is our most economical thermal camera for wide range of applications, Thermite 256. It has a temperature range of -20 to 550 degrees Celsius. Focus is fixed. Field of view is 56 into 42, and its application is motor inspection, electrical panel, pipeline leakage, building diagnostic. It can be used in very wide range of application because of the wide range of temperature available with the camera, and it has a very decent resolution of 256 into 192 pixels. This is our most economical high resolution portable camera. It is one of the most economical 640 into 480 pixel camera you will be getting in the market. It has a temperature range of -20 to 650 degrees Celsius. Focus manual. Image modes: IR, fusion, picture in picture and visual mode. Digital camera and display: 5 megapixel is digital camera, and display is 3.5 inch touch screen. Applications: switch yard, electrical panel, gearboxes, refractory surface temperature and motors. Thermite 384, it is 384 into 288 resolution. Temperature range you will be getting up to 2000 degrees Celsius. Focus manual, auto and electric. Image modes: IR, fusion, PIP, picture, that is picture in picture and visual mode. Special features that this camera has is super resolution, GPS, text and voice QR tags with the image, laser range finder, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, basically for the data transmission. Applications: switch yards, electrical switch gears, gearboxes, refractory surface temperature and motors. It is Thermite 640. The specifications of Thermite 384 and 640 are similar, just the resolution of Thermite 640 is higher than Thermite 384. Thermite 640 is having a resolution of 640 into 480 pixels. Now with our model Thermite 384 and 640, we have multiple options for lens. That is, we can provide wide angle lens with the camera also, telephoto lens up to 6 degree also with the camera. So these are the various lens options are available with the camera, or which is depending upon the applications that you are having. Now we will jump on to the thermal imager applications where these cameras can be used in your plant. A little history about thermography is that thermography has a long history, although its use has increased dramatically with the commercial and industrial applications of the past 50 years. Firefighters use thermography to see through smoke, to find persons and to localize the base of fire. Maintenance technicians use thermography to locate overheating joints, sections of power lines which are sign of impending failure. Building construction technicians can see through thermal signatures that indicate heat leaks in faulty thermal insulations and can use the results to improve the efficiency of heating and air conditioning units. So apart from a major industrial application, there are various other applications also for thermal imaging cameras, like nowadays they are using for building leakages where there is a moisture build-up on the walls or a pipe leakage. So these cameras are fairly useful in other wide applications also. Now first industrial application is substation monitoring. Substations is basically a part of power industry where substation has a lot of electrical equipments like power transformers, current transformers. It has circuit breakers, it has conductors, isolators, insulators. So all these are needed to be checked regularly with the use of thermography, because if any of the equipment fail, then the power distribution industry gets affected, or eventually it can turn into a blackout to the entire city. So complete monitoring of these substation is very crucial. We can use our online thermal imaging cameras to monitor these substations 24/7. So whenever there is a hotspot detected, the camera will give alarm to the software at the control rooms that you are sitting. Then you can check the exact hotspot location and then take necessary actions before it turns into a failure. Ladle monitoring, basically in steel industry, these are used for transporting the hot material. So prevention of metal breakout by detection of abnormal temperature increases on ladle. So you need to check the surface temperature of outer lining of the ladle is very important, because whenever the insulation is poor, then the heat dissipation increases. Eventually the metal can also go out from the surface. So you have to regularly check the health of the surface of the ladle to check the insulation. This is basically an image of ladle, thermal image of ladle, which you can easily see the hotspot generated here because of the weak insulation. So this is how a thermal imaging camera can be useful for ladle surface healthiness. Conveyor belt monitoring. Basically in conveyor belt you can see small hot particles on moving conveyor, so they can damage the conveyor belts. So preventing damage and costly shutdowns can be prevented with the help of thermal imaging camera. It's safe and reliable operation and easy adaptability. Industrial process monitoring. Basically there are various processes in industry which needs to be monitored because they work in certain temperature. So temperature measurement becomes an important and crucial part of that process. So if you do use these cameras to check the temperature and to check the process, then you can maximize production rate, process speed, increase quality and consistency, provide quantitative temperature readout, and remote visual monitoring for plant management, which will basically resolve the problem of accessibility at that area. Flare stack monitoring. There are in various chemical and steel industries these stack flare, or we call it chimneys, are installed so that whenever due to the process harmful gases are generated, we cannot directly release them into the atmosphere because they cause hazardous or harmful effects to the human and environment. So it's a norm that before these gases are released in the environment, we have to burn it properly. So we install these stack flare there, and it has pilot burners to burn the gases. So these pilot burners needs to be checked that they are working properly or not. So for that we install online thermal imaging cameras to check the current condition or the temperature readings of the pilot burners, is it working fine or not, is it generating even good amount of heat or not. Critical asset monitoring. In various plants there are various critical equipments like motors, electrical panels, valves, steam traps. So these equipments are needed to be checked properly with the thermal imaging cameras so that you can reduce the risk of damage of equipment. by early detecting the abnormal temperature. If you do that, then you can increase the efficiency of asset lifetime by selecting repairing. Early fire detection, coal yard and conveyors. Conveyors we already discussed, and in basically coal yards we use online thermal imagers because due to the atmospheric condition and excess pressure, the coal piles get heated up and get fire. So you can detect the hot spot in the coal pile early before it turns into a fire. Then you can take necessary action on that hot spot and reduce that hot spot, and you can prevent a fire from happening. Nozzle and pipe monitoring. Basically pipelines may have leakages and various surface lining damages, so you can check with the thermal images and repair those damages. In animal and fever detection and any other abnormality in the healthiness of that animal or any part that is having some issue, so these thermography techniques are used in medical also to detect any kind of disease that the animal is having. InfraView software, we basically have a software along with the camera which is complete custom available. You can customize as per your norms. User friendly software. It's the software runs with PC of i7 8th generation, 8 GB RAM, 2 TB hard disk and Windows 10 Pro. It displays real-time thermal videos, real-time hotspot detection, alarm triggering and alert signal, digital zoom in and out function, region of interest. You can create on it multiple options, live and history mode, hotspot trending analysis, and it's some customized features also: thermal plus visual live feed, pan tilt control, panoramic 360-degree view, predefined location, presets, email/SMS alerts, fever indicator displays. So you can control the entire online system with the help of this software. Thank you. You can contact us on the given details for any kind of requirement or solution.